Hey, Miles Beckler here, milesbeckler.com, and in this video we're going to look at the success secrets of Tom Brady and Super Bowl 51. Now, if you're not a football fan, not an American football fan, or you don't know who Tom Brady is, that's fine. This is still going to be very relevant to you because this story is so applicable to every internet marketer, every entrepreneur out there. And to be perfectly frank with you, I'm not a football fan. I'm not a Patriots fan. Like, I don't really dig this, but what I do love are great stories that illustrate the truths of how our world works. You know, real quick, if you look at the hardest, strongest materials on earth, like the diamond or forged steel, you realize that they have one thing in common, and it's that they're built from extreme heat and pressure. That's where they get their strength from. And you, if you feel like you're being pressured or you're going through a lot right now, and you can feel the pressure of life building on you, know that this is trying to make you stronger. This is an opportunity for you to strengthen yourself through this. And that's what this video is all about. So let's look at Tom Brady real quick, right? Now, Tom Brady has had an incredible career up to this point, and he just won his 5th Super Bowl, which means he has now won more Super Bowls than anyone else. And this Super Bowl was like a record-breaking Super Bowl. They overcame the biggest deficit that's ever been seen. It was the first one that ever made it into overtime. He got 5. No one's ever won 5 Super Bowls before. But here's what you might not know, and here's where the story gets really interesting. The year Tom Brady was drafted into the NFL, all 32 teams in the National Football League passed on Tom Brady 6 times in a row. Seriously, over 180 football players out of college and entering the pros were chosen before Tom Brady the year he came in. 6 different quarterbacks were chosen before Tom Brady came out that year. He was overlooked time and time again. What did this do? How did he react to this? It built a fire. It built an absolute incinerator inside of him that strengthened his resolve and that strengthened his passion and his commitment to becoming the world's best, unlike anything that ever could have happened to him. Had he been taken in the first round, I guarantee you he never would have created this kind of a legacy. Let's add some fuel on that fire. He took that fire that burned deep inside of him, and he took that team he went with to 4 championships. Amazing feat, only replicated by the other greats in football, right? Then this last year, at the end of the year, he comes back to start this year and he gets suspended for 4 games. They added insult to injury over some BS that I'm not even going to get into. I don't even know what it was about, but I know that they suspended him, saying that he cheated essentially the year before. What did this do? It just fueled his fire again. It just got him that much more fired up, angry, ready, hungry for it. And that kind of hunger is what it takes. And that's what I'm trying to communicate with you here, is you have to have that kind of hunger inside of you that at all costs, no matter what, I'm going to push through. And it's out of pressure that you get to build that drive and that hunger, and that you get to propel yourself to greatness. For me in my life, I came out of college broke, no idea what I'm going to do, failing business after business after business. Do you think I got disheartened by those? No, it made me hungrier. It made me more focused, more passionate, more enraged with this I must figure this out passion that now still fuels me to this day, right? That $50,000 in student loan debt, it was paralyzing for a period of time for me, to be perfectly honest with you. I wasn't able to cope with that very well, but once I started to get a little bit of momentum in paying those off, it became this passion for me to forge that and to build that and to get it done. You know, a forge is how they strengthen steel. They put metal under extreme heat, they beat it with a hammer, they put it back under extreme heat, they beat it with a hammer, they put it back under extreme heat, and they beat it with a hammer, and they keep doing that over and over. And through the heat, through the pressure, through the pain, comes the strongest steel man can make. The diamond, it's coal. It's lumps of coal, just carbon material that's under intense pressure, intense heat for long periods of time, and it comes out as the hardest gemstone, one of the hardest materials on earth. Nothing breaks the diamond. Why? Because it's made with such pressure. We can make things man-made that look like the diamond, right? There's some advertisers out there online making their life look pretty fancy, like, oh, check out my Ferrari, it's all about knowledge. Check out my Lamborghini, it's all about knowledge. They might look shiny, but what happens when they get tested? What happens when the pressure gets on them? They break, because they're just like cubic zirconia. They're not the real deal. And in this industry, in internet marketing, it's easy to look the part. It's difficult to truly go through the forge, truly to take that pressure and turn that pressure into something positive and let that pressure fuel a fire inside of you to really excel yourself to that level you deserve. You have something special inside of you. You are the champion of something on this earth. I don't know if it's a physical product, an idea, a way of doing things, but you've got something special inside of you. And if you've been feeling the struggle and you've been feeling the pressure of life, you've been feeling the pressure, how do I make money? How do I get my stuff together? How do I get this going out? Perfect. Take that pressure and let that pressure fuel you, and take that fuel, take that fire, take that power you have inside of you and put that into more work product. Keep going. I have failed at more businesses than you could imagine. I've failed at more marketing attempts than you would imagine. Most of my funnels that I put together have failed. Most of my ad campaigns, most of my ads I put out have failed. I never let any of that slow me down. It fuels my fire. And that, my friend, is what you can learn from what just transpired here, whether you're a football fan or not, whether you care about the Super Bowl, whether you care about Tom Brady or not. What has happened here is historic. And the reason that man was able to come back in 30 minutes at the very end of the game with unsurmountable odds. No one has ever come back from that big of a deficit before. He kept his cool, he went through the routine, and he remembered his why, that fire inside of him, and he let that fire push him, and he became more accurate, and everything fell into place for him, and they walked out of there champions. And you, my friend, can walk out of this life as a champion yourself, but you got to learn how to take the pressures of life, how to take that fire, how to take these potential setbacks and these letdowns and these things that will kind of like defeat other smaller people, but you figure out a way to turn that into passion. You turn that into the fuel that fires you, and that is where you find the motivation, the intensity, the passion to keep going when others quit, to keep going to get your message out, regardless of whether you're seeing results or not, regardless of whether you're seeing positive results or negative results. You keep going because you know the diamond is forged from pressure and heat. You're not trying to be cubic zirconia. You're not trying to be some fake, shiny looking thing that can't cut it for the real world, can't cut it in the long term, that will break under pressure. You, my friend, are forging a destiny for yourself. And that takes a lot of will, that takes a lot of strength. So just know this is a great example in real life. This is a great real world example, and you have what you need inside of you to really create the life that you want. It's gonna be hot. The pressure's on, right? Like, you're gonna feel the pressure of it, but keep going. And I can tell you that's how you get to the level that you truly want to be. All right, it's Miles Beckler again. Thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave me a comment what you think of the video or the Super Bowl, of any of it. I don't mind. I'm happy to chat about that here. I'm gonna go for a walk on the beach right now with my wife and enjoy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because I got some great videos coming out, and I will see you on the next video.